Finally, after all these years, tears and crying in their beers, the hype and the hope is real on Rocky Top. Or should we say the Heup and the hope? As in Tennessee's Josh Heupel, the man who I believe is the greatest offensive mind in college football and a head coach UCF fans never really appreciated. Heupel's high-powered, no-huddle offense dominated Florida's defense Saturday to lead the 11th-ranked Vols to a closer than it should have been 38-33 victory over the 20th-ranked Gators. It was a monumental win for a Tennessee program that has largely been irrelevant since Phil Fulmer was the coach and Peyton Manning was the quarterback a quarter-century ago. The Vols had lost 5 in a row to the hated Gators, 16 of the last 17. But on this earth-shaking, groundbreaking Saturday, Heupel's offense was the difference. The Vols never punted Saturday and compiled 576 yards with quarterback Hendon Hooker throwing for 349 yards and 2 touchdowns and running for 112 yards and another score. Hooker had the most passing yards for a Tennessee quarterback since Manning a generation ago. No mistake about it, Heupel's offense needed every single yard and every single point to pull out the victory. Give UF first-year coach Billy Napier credit for keeping it close enough that the Gators made the Vols sweat until the final play of the game in which UF quarterback Anthony Richardson's last-ditch Hail Mary fell short and was intercepted. Napier did everything he could to keep the Tennessee offense off the field, converting on 5 of 6 fourth downs, 4 of those in Florida's own territory. Even in defeat, this was a major step for Richardson, the struggling young quarterback who broke out of his slump in a big way, throwing for 453 yards and 2 TDs and running for 62 yards and 2 more scores. The Gators actually outgained Tennessee, 594-576, in a topsy-turvy game that had more than 102,000 fans at Neyland Stadium on the edge of their seats. Love it, Heupel said afterward with the Tennessee band playing Rocky Top in the background. The environment is better than anything I've ever experienced. Perspicacious. This is just the beginning of the journey. This is as good as it gets in college football. Yes, former Oklahoma coach Lincoln Riley, now at USC, has coached great offenses, too, but he's always had great players. Heupel coaches great offenses with whoever he has on hand. Ironically, Heupel was unfairly fired as the offensive coordinator at Oklahoma, his own alma mater, and former head coach Bob Stoops hired Riley to replace him. Heupel's great sin then, his offense was only ranked no. 23 in the country and got dominated in a bowl game by Clemson, the no. Much like Stoops, I never thought UCF fans valued Heupel nearly enough when he was their coach for 3 seasons. He took over after Scott Frost had led the team to an undefeated season the previous year with a victory over Auburn in the Peach Bowl. Heupel went 28-8 at UCF, and his offenses were ranked 5th, 2nd and 2nd in the country. Now he's doing at Tennessee what everybody expected Frost to do at Nebraska. He's come to Knoxville and made an immediate impact. And, quite frankly, he took over a program that was in terrible shape, even worse than the one Frost inherited at Nebraska. After Pruitt was jettisoned, more than 24 UT players entered the transfer portal. That's the situation Heupel stepped into, a program in disarray with a pathetic offense that was ranked 102nd in the country the previous season. But Heupel, as he always does, instantly transformed the offense into one of the best in the country. Last year, the Vols were no. 9 in the nation in total offense and came into the game Saturday with the no. 3 ranked offense in the nation. With apologies to Felice and Boudleaux Bryant, the husband and wife combo who wrote the lyrics to Rocky Top, maybe it's time to add a new verse. Wish that I was on OL Rocky Top, Tennessee Hill. Heup has put the fizz back in our soda pop, just like we had with Coach Phil. Visit OrlandoSentinel.com. Perspicacious. Distributed by Tribune Content Agency, LLC.